So we're focusing on the ACT, and in particularly we're focusing on the section in the math part that deals with the algebra and the coordinate geometry. We've worked several examples earlier in videos, and I ask that the examples that we look at today, if just subscribe to what we're doing. Let me know exactly if you want to see some examples that's going to be easier than the ones that we discussed today, or if you want to see examples that may be a little bit more difficult than what we discussed today. So again, we'll be focusing on the algebra and the coordinate geometry part. And right now, the first couple of examples that we would like to take a look at are those that involve solving equations. And the first example that we want to take a look at is, it says 2x plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1/4 is equal to 2x minus 1 divided by 6. So again, the instructions are to solve the following equations. And again, we have examples that are easier than these, and we have examples that are a little bit more difficult than these. So again, I ask that you subscribe and let me know exactly what would you like to see more examples of. So for these particular problems, the first thing that you want to do is to make life easier on yourself is to eliminate the fractions. And the way that we can eliminate the fractions is multiplying each term by the least common multiple. There's also a video tutorial on how to actually solve for the least common multiple. The least common multiple between 3, 4, and 6 is actually 12. We get that by actually counting by 3s, counting by 4s, counting by 6s, and we see that 12 is the least common multiple. So what we want to do is we want to take each term, and I'm going to dissect these and write so that we can see. We want to take each one of them and multiply by 12. So if I take 2x plus 1 divided by 3, and if I multiply it by 12, I know that 12 is the same thing as 12 over 1. Whenever I multiply fractions, the first thing that I look for is cancellation, either diagonally or up and down. So I have cancellation with the 3 and the 12. 3 goes into 3 once, and 3 goes into 12 4. So now I've got to take my 4 and do my distributive property here so that I have 4 times, let's just write it out, 4 times 2x plus 1. Okay, now I want to do the same thing with each term. I want to take the 1/4, and I also want to multiply it by the least common multiple, which was 12. So 1/4 times 12 over 1, cancellation, 4 and the 4 is 1, 4 and the 12 is 3. So this fraction here is actually 3 over 1, which is 3. That's going to go next. So plus 3, equal sign, I bring down here. And lastly, I do the same thing. I want to take the term 2x minus 1 divided by 6, and I want to actually multiply by 12. So 2x minus 1 divided by 6 times 12 over 1. Cancellation with the 6 and the 12. 6 goes into 6 once, 6 goes into 12 twice. And just like the first term, we want to take our 2, and we want to use our distributive property here with 2x minus 1. Okay, so again, what we've just done is by multiplying by the least common multiple, this gave us the benefit now of actually eliminating the fraction from the problem. So all we have now is to execute our distributive property a couple of times, combine like terms, and solve the equation. So here we go. So 4 times 2x is 8x. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 3 is equal to 4x minus 2. Alright, now I'm going to erase the original problem, and I'm actually going to bring the problem up solely for the sake of being able to visualize what we have here. So what I want to do is combine the 4 and the 3, and I have 8x plus 7 is equal to 4x minus 2. I subtract 4x from both sides, and I have that 4x plus 7 is equal to negative 2. And it's very careful now. We have to pay attention to bring down the minus sign in front of our 2. So now this is just an easy two-step where we subtract 7 on both sides first, and we get 4x is equal to negative 9. We divide both sides by 4, and we see that x is negative 9/4.